Come on, Slappy dog. What's up, YouTube? What's going on, homies? Did you guys see it? Did you see it? Okay, so there's this skateboard channel on YouTube. I think the dude's name's Chris. He's a youngster. Not that young. Not that young. I don't know. Probably like in his early to mid 20s. But anyhow, he has a channel on YouTube called Salvation Skateboards. And he posts up videos like your average street skater stuff, right? Like ollie 50-50s, like kick flips, a lot of manuals. I think he might do some varials or all that flippity stuff. You know what I'm talking about? Well, he and his buddy, Crazy Bird, Loco Bird, Miguel, boom, it registered. They were out doing some ollie 50-50s on a red curb, and I thought, dude, I'm posting all these slappies, man. I'm gonna challenge these dudes to do some OG slappies, like some real old school skateboarding, because they just don't do it. Why don't they ever do it? It's a pretty rad thing, and I think if you can get into the groove or the grind of it, you can become a slappy dog, right? Like I wanna be. I am a wannabe. I'm not doing it right. They're definitely not doing it right. Not right yet, but it's the first try. And I learned something about Chris was a little interesting. Turns out he's goofy-footed, but he does all his tricks regular-footed, which would be switch. Why would you do that? I don't know. I don't know how these little idiosyncrasies happen. You know, sometimes we just learn that doing it one way was less scary for some odd reason when the other 99% of the population doesn't necessarily think so. When I was watching the video at first, I didn't realize he was doing things switch. And if you're really trying to do a slappy switch, that's a hard mental challenge. Doing a slappy your regular direction is hard enough. But the idea of slamming into a curb going switch, I took a minute to think if I could do it, and there's just no way. However, Chris, I looked at your video. I noticed you were coming in toward the end, so I don't know if you started doing it regular, or if you started doing it goofy, but at the end of your video, I noticed you were coming in goofy. And then I looked at your shirt to make sure the letters were going the right way, because a lot of times these videos get flipped. I just became aware of that after 3.5 years. I'm starting to flip my videos back so you can read everything, you know? You gotta learn something after 3.5 years. But anyway, I wanted to give you guys some tips, because you're not doing this slappy right, and even me, I'm not doing it right. I know I'm not doing it right. To a slappy purist, I'm not doing it right. So let me give you guys some tips, and I'm gonna shout out your channel, Salvation Skateboards. I'm gonna put a link in the bottom to your video so that my followers can go check you out. And I'm hoping that you'll make a commitment to continue learning the OG slappy, because I really want to see you work through it being a younger guy. Now, especially knowing if you're doing things switch, however that works out, to see someone conquer through, and maybe, I mean, honestly, the first trick you ought to learn, to me, would be learning how to do all your tricks the way you skate. That's the biggest trick of all. I think that's the most valuable trick of all. So I have a question for you, Chris. Can you skate switch as good as you can skate regular? Or are you just rolling in slow for some tricks backwards? Because that's the thing that gets me. And that's the one thing that gets me when it comes to skating a shaped board versus a popsicle. That bothers me about a shaped board. I'd like to be able to go the direction I like, and if I did a pop shove it or a 180 the board around, It doesn't matter which way I'm going, I got the same board pointed, right? On a shaped board, that becomes more of an issue, something you have to try to correct. So anyway, let me show you what I know about Slappies from a beginner standpoint, okay? Right here. All right, so first off, for Slappies, I think the first thing you gotta do is you don't wanna ride parallel with your curb for this trick when you're learning. I think you actually wanna be perpendicular. Go into it at a 90. And I think like the easiest way is this little move I'm gonna attempt right here. I think you wanna push in and just pop your axles up on the curb without even trying to grind. I'm a little not warmed up right now and just feeling a little weird. Let me get one. All right, so I'm gonna literally drive straight into this curb, man. That's it. Not even an angle at all. Let me try it in a spot where there's no wax. I think I would recommend. So this spot right here, this curb is absolutely dry. And I'm gonna try to do what I think is the best starter practice for a Slappy. Just try to slam it up there, you know what I mean? How about three? Three's a charm, right? Yeah. All right, so I will note, when I'm attempting to do Slappies, now this is just my style, this is not necessarily the right way. I like to have my front foot almost in the pocket. I feel like I get a little control. Come in at a 90 to a 45, somewhere within that range. What you're supposed to do for a Slappy is just drive your front end right into the curb. You're not supposed to pick your board up at all in the front end at all. Now I admit, when I do it, I come in and what I try to do is put this part of my truck on the curb. The first thought that's coming into my mind, I give it a little lift and I try to put that there. My foot is above the board so that I can push forward, and it just helps me just a little bit to get my back truck up on the curb. So that's what I'm trying to do when I do it. I think another way you could practice this trick is by doing something even more simple than that 180 to both trucks, is try to just do your front truck. Now these are beginner moves. Find yourself a dry piece of curb, come up, and what you're trying to do is when you come up to that curb, put your front truck on it and just put your back truck on it. If you come in at a 45 and then you try to get your front truck here, as you slide down, your back truck will follow. So I realize when I do a Slappy, I'm not doing it totally right. I should be riding fully committed and slamming just nose first right into that curb, and I'm not doing that. I try to make it very clear on this channel. I do things by trying to hack it, trying to take baby steps. Whatever I can kind of do to increase my comfort zone on it, I'll do and do and do, and then one day it clicks. One day you're like, wow, that was easier. I should have learned it that way. Like Chris, the way you were coming in for those Slappy attempts you were doing, really scary. I mean, it took some big brass cojones to even try that, and I'm super impressed. When you finally get it the right way, you're gonna think, dang, that was easy. come down out of that. So it's like that. Whatever that is I'm doing right there, I'm hitting it in the front so that my truck hits that concrete and stops. And that makes that little move feel safe. I don't know. I mean, I think it's positive. I ain't coming in on that tonight. But hey, sloppy nose slide, I end up coming out one day. I don't know. Totally possible. I got a window there. Something interesting happening, right? Let me try to get a couple slappies. Let me see if I can do a legitimate one or more legit. I'm gonna come in at a 90. And just turn. I felt legit that time. I felt like I hit it. Now that one felt good. Essentially, it's the leaning sideways as you're turning. If you can just lean and hit that curb, it feels the safest. It's hard to unwire this up here to trust yourself doing it that way. But as I'm coming in, I'm looking at this front part of the curb here, and I'm basically trying to get my truck there as I just turn around. So the 90 is actually pretty easy. If you get your truck here, your back end just follows you, and it ends up feeling safe. Front side, dude. I'm so afraid. I'm rolling over here thinking, can I get away without trying front side tonight once? And then I got the self-talk going on saying, yeah, then you're gonna be like backside baby. You're gonna get some nickname like that. And it's like, ugh. Make yourself do it, man. Make yourself. I'm not a brand newbie at this. I've done it before, right? Like, so at some point I gotta walk away from some of that fear and say, that's not reasonable, Roman. That's not justified to be that afraid of it. Come on. Oh, God, you just make yourself do it. Oh, that's the zest of life. All right, so the thing about the Slappy is, if I lean back into that front side carve and fully commit to where I'm gonna hit it here, I'm okay. Momentum's gonna take me up here. But if this is my aim, I'm gonna live through this. You know, if I'm trying to do something where I hop up here, it's maybe more questionable because as you hit it, the momentum brings you to the top. So I think that your goal point, especially front side, especially for me, needs to be the face of the curb. Somebody who's not scared probably doesn't apply to it. Oh! Dude, I had a decent grind, Killy. What was that? I started to stand up on the side of the board. Okay. All right. All right. It was little. I would have taken it. call it quits. I called it quits twice right now in my head. Oh. See? Since work has started back up for me, I have a ton of work. I worked all day today, which is normally a day off. I'll be working all day Saturday and Sunday, and then back at it again with my regular job. So I haven't had much time to skate, besides like literally getting enough time to go crash off some stairs. So I'm making excuses right now, and you got this right now. I'm not gonna focus my black label. All right, guys. Fear got the best of me tonight. And the mosquitoes, they're all over out here right now. But I'm gonna leave it there for myself. I need to try to get some more time to get out. Maybe I can at lunch during work, because I'm definitely feeling like the COVID break and now this like serious work mode has gotten in the way of my progress, and I can't have that. So anyway, Chris and Miguel, dude, I dug watching your videos. So I don't know if Miguel has a channel, but I'd rep his if he has one too. I know Salvation Skateboards, Chris, I think he lives in Albuquerque, New Mexico. If you guys can go check out his video, the one I'm talking about, right? You'll want to see it if you're a beginner Slappy artist, because you'll see what they're doing, and then you'll relate it to like, oh dude, that's what I'm doing too. That's a harder Slappy, and it's not legit, okay? If my Slappy's not legit, that Slappy's not legit at all. So the whole key to the Slappy is keep your wheels down, ride your nose right into it. I can't do that yet. I don't think I can make myself do that yet. And I have no excuses, because I got these nice rounded curbs out here, and I should be able to. And I've probably done it a few times. But for the most part, I'm kind of trying to just sort of kick turn and just kind of flow into it. I'm trying to stay low and not look like an ollie, because I'm not ollieing for sure. But I am kind of doing this power slidey kind of hard kick turn. I've understood the importance of that front truck. The front truck needs to make contact on that front of the curb right there. That's what slows you down, and that's what gets control of your Slappy. So anyway, guys, do me a favor, go watch his video, hit the subscribe button, because he's gonna learn this trick too. Don't wimp out. Stay on it. I want to see you do it, man. I want to see you do it. Listen, if this old man can come back again tomorrow and get a frontside Slappy, a good one, will you do it? Yeah. Right on. Peace out, dogs. Later.